Welcome to another episode of Video Game Reviews, and today we're going to be talking about Cat Quest 2 on the Nintendo Switch. So, if you're not familiar with this game, basically it is kind of an old school Zelda ripoff. It's a top-down action role-playing game. It has pretty awesome graphics in my opinion, pretty adorable. It has strong RPG elements, okay, so you can find new weapons and armor, and you can then upgrade those. You can pay to upgrade those as well, and also magic spells. You can find magic spells and then pay to upgrade those as well. And of course, I'm talking about in-game currency. I don't mess with real currency with in-game purchases. I'm not into that. I'm old school. I believe that once you purchase a game, it should be self-contained. Like, you've already made your purchase, that's it. You know what I'm saying? That's just my view of it. Anyway, it's a really great game. I will say that and here's the thing too, I'm going to kind of, even though there's not going to be any footage from the first Cat Quest, I don't think I'm going to include any. They look pretty comparable. You know, the second one, which is what you're looking at, is probably a little more polished. Other differences between the first and second game. The second game is, in my opinion, it's unfortunate that the second game, it really leans into the cat and dog puns. Like, oh, that's rough, haha, get it? So that kind of thing, it's just over the top, like it's ridiculous in the sequel. However, I can look past that because it's such a fun game. It is a very relaxed game, okay, so I compared it to older Zelda titles earlier, but you are not going to get stuck on any puzzles here. You are not probably going to get too challenged with combat, and if you do, you can always take care of some side missions and level up, grind up a little bit, but even the grind here is not, and I'm very particular about games that require grinding, and what little grinding is present in the Cat Quest games is not really what I would call a problem. Okay, it's pretty brief and it's not miserable or anything, so it's not really a deterrent even for me. And then, like, the other major difference between the first and second game would be that the first game is single player only, and the second game there's an option for 2 players, which could be fun. I personally have not played it in 2-player mode, but I could see where that could be a really good time. So if you're playing the Cat Quest 2 in single player mode, then what you can do is switch back and forth between your 2 characters with the press of a button, similar to Bloodstained Curse of the Moon or Castlevania 3 or something like that. You can just swap out, and each of your characters, of course, has different, weapon loadouts, whatever you've equipped them with, and different spells, etc. And so the last thing I'm going to say about this game is, like, sort of the flow, the way that this game flows, or kind of what it's good for. And like I said, you won't get stuck, you won't get lost, you probably won't encounter too many battles that are too difficult, maybe a few here and there, but like I said, those can be easily overcome. Yeah, the other thing is, like, you always know where to go. You don't have to, it's like an RPG, but you don't have to be that invested. It's like a great casual RPG that you can just, like, play for a little bit before bed if you need to unwind. Because there's almost always an arrow pointing you to your next quest objective. So you don't have to sit there and wait, what was I in the middle of? Where was I going? What was I doing? There's none of that. You just load your game and follow the arrow, and you'll get to where you're going. And it's so this game isn't, obviously, from what I just described, is not going to provide, like, the biggest challenge to you, like the most interesting challenge, but it's a great chill out game if you enjoy action role-playing games. So that's it, man. I guess, well, the last piece would be buy it or don't. My opinion is it's worth it. It is worth it. And honestly, I feel like both of these games start at such reasonable prices that they actually, even though they're not my most favorite games on the Switch, they're worth the price that's being asked for them. I think the sequel is 15 and the first one is like 10 or less. Or if you're not too sure about it, they do go on pretty good sales on a semi-regular basis, so you can stick them on the wish list and just wait for that sale. And at that point, they're definitely worth it. So anyway, that's it. Thanks for tuning in. And please like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification. I hate sounding like a broken record, but that's stuff that apparently is beneficial to say on these things. Anyway, I appreciate my audience. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.